Right now on the lineup, the end of an era. Jason Kelce announced his retirement from the NFL. Both the big man and fans emotional.
Plus, a warning from law enforcement on the main line. If you hear an unexpected knock at the door, you might need to call police.
Plus, a slithering surprise for one couple out west. Find out why their call for help pretty much went unanswered, and we're going to tell you how they got this thing right there on your screen out.
Those stories and more on today's edition of The Lineup. It is Tuesday, March 5th, 2024.
The Lineup is brought to you by TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
Hey everyone, I'm NBC 10's Keith Jones.
And I'm Erin Coleman. Let's get you caught up to speed with what you need to know today, beginning with a really tough day for Philly sports fans.
Yeah, first they got rid of Dollar Dog Night for Phillies games. Now Eagles lineman Jason Kelce announcing he's retiring. Here's part of it.
Some people struggle to play in this city. They can't handle the booze, the media, or our fans. Consider it a great blessing to play in the most passionate sports town in America.
That's just part of the 41 minutes of comments he gave yesterday. He cried as he remembered the best and worst of times during his 13 years with the Birds. For Birds fans and even the world of football, Jason Kelce's in a league of his own.
Thank you, Philadelphia. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for letting me represent this city and allowing me into your homes every Sunday.
We're all going to miss him. He was one of a kind.
Thank you. Appreciate you for everything, man. Thank you for being one of us. Thank you for knowing who we are. Thank you for getting who we are.
And that is a rare thing right there.
I mean,
it really is to capture that in Philadelphia.
He is Philly.
Yep.
He's Philly.
Exactly.
Right there.
But very few stars have a full tenure in Philadelphia and get remembered the way Kelce's getting remembered here. And he's earned it and he's deserved it.
But when you say full tenure, like he started here.
That's right.
This is the only place where he's ever been.
Yep, exactly.
He's Philly through and through.
Absolutely.
And it'll be interesting to see like what he does next.
He's got so many options.
What his next move is. He could do anything. He could be on the sidelines for the Eagles. He could be in the studio commentating.
Which would be great too.
Doing his podcast more. Like who knows?
Yeah, just so long as he stays authentic and himself. I mean, that's what wins Philly, right? It's
Which is him. Like I don't think he does it any other way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So. Goodbye to you.
That's right. All right, back to the news here. The local influencer known as Meatball now headed to trial.
Police arrested her last year while she live-streamed crowds looting stores across Philadelphia. A judge just ordered Deja Blackwell to stand trial. She faces charges of burglary, rioting, and criminal trespassing, among other offenses. Prosecutors say Blackwell used her platform to encourage more people to join the looting. They think she may have participated, too. That night of looting came after a peaceful protest back in September. People hit the streets over the dismissal of charges against the officer who shot and killed Eddie Irizarry. The charges against former officer Mark Dial were reinstated in October. Police in Radnor are urging residents, hey, be careful.
That's right. Detectives say there have been a couple recent burglaries, and each one started with a simple knock on the door. Thieves struck 2 homes in Bryn Mawr over the weekend, stealing cash and jewelry. Investigators say the crooks knocked on doors in the neighborhood looking for empty homes to break into, leaving neighbors none the wiser.
Whether or not it's a legit mistake or not, we want the residents to understand that that's what the burglars or thieves are preying on, your good-heartedness, to say that I'm not going to call the police on this person because I don't feel the need. Well, those are the type of people that are also getting into these homes.
Thieves appear to be pretty bold, too. Police say in one case, burglars got inside a second-floor window in the middle of the afternoon. So they're brazen.
That is bold.
Isn't that crazy?
That is a second-floor window. So what are we doing? Like scaling a tree
bringing
or
a ladder,
bringing a ladder?
Tree? Exactly. So that's how brazen they are.
Yeah.
In broad daylight, as the cliche goes.
Be careful.
Yep. To Decision 2024 right now. Big day today. Super Tuesday's here.
That means voters in 15 states and 1 territory, they're going to cast their primary ballots today. More than 800 delegates are at stake. Donald Trump is likely to claim key victories in the GOP primary. His only challenger, Nikki Haley, has only won 1 contest so far.
Meanwhile, the Supreme Court unanimously agreed yesterday that former President Trump cannot be kicked off the ballot in upcoming elections. Justices say that's up to Congress, not the states. The state of Colorado said Trump should be ineligible because of the 14th Amendment. It bans anyone in a government position who engaged in insurrection from running for various offices. This ruling also overturns decisions in Maine and Illinois.
And in honor of Super Tuesday, Krispy Kreme is giving away 2 free original glazed donuts. The offer is good at Krispy Kreme locations nationwide, including in states conducting primary elections. So
Back in the news, Krispy Kreme, I know.
Eat up.
Seriously.
They're always giving away
Comfort food.
donuts for some sort of reason, right?
That's right.
Hey, maybe donuts aren't your thing.
Well, King of Prussia's got a bunch of restaurants for just about everything. KOP Restaurant Week is underway with 11 days of dining deals through March 15th. There are fixed price deals, prefix, as they say, at more than 36 restaurants. Part of the proceeds benefit Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Get more details on NBC10.com/find it on 10. Some good ones on that list, too. We were looking at that earlier.
Yeah.
Chinatown is one of the Philadelphia's most iconic neighborhoods, and a new art project is shining a bright spotlight on the everyday people that call home the work, shop, and they live there. And that is a landmine and a half that we hit during the show, and I hit it again right there. It's a great place, that Chinatown.
It's called Our Chinatown. It features bright, colorful photos and interviews that now cover the walls of buildings here. They're all done by nearby high schoolers from the nonprofit Asian American United. Each one tells one person's story and their connection to Chinatown.
There's two of them here, Miss Linda. Linda actually lives like right down the street. I mean, his first line of his quote is, "My life story could be a soap opera." It literally is.
This art will be up into next year. Awesome. Each picture has a QR code where you can read full interviews about the subjects online, and you can also submit your own stories of Chinatown.
That's awesome. It's such a cool way to kind of, keep track of history, right? Remind people, the younger generations,
and you
what
can't,
goes on there.
Like, since it's out there, you can't miss it. Like,
exactly.
You walk by, it catches your attention, and learn a little something.
Great art, too.
I like that. All right, inflation. It's so bad, even Cookie Monster has something to say about it.
Yeah, the solution for his problem, pretty simple, though. We're back in 30 seconds.
Here we go.
Here I go again on my own.
Introducing the all-new TD Clear credit card with no late fees and no interest, just a simple monthly fee. That's predictability, even when expenses aren't.
$4? That's bananas.
It's a pear. Oh, man.
The all-new TD Clear credit card. That's how credit can be unexpectedly human. Call 1-844-TD-CLEAR for details about credit costs and terms.
Let's turn to a case of lost and found. Look at that. Nearly 3 decades later, this bright red Ferrari was stolen from a former race car driver in '95. It, along with another car, simply vanished. But London police were recently tipped off that a rare red Ferrari F512M model that was sold to a buyer in the United States came back as stolen. Officers seized the car, which is one of only 500 ever made. It's valued at nearly $500,000.
This is such a perplexing story. Stolen in 1995. And
where did it go?
It was in Japan for a little bit. I started reading up on the story. And then made its way to Italy, where it was for sale, right? And then that's when Ferrari ran a check and went, hold on a second, there's something suspicious with this car. Then police got involved.
So they trucked it all over.
Isn't that crazy? That means big business. Think about it.
But nobody, I don't think anybody drove it. Look how beautiful it is.
Yeah, seriously.
Pristine condition.
Exactly. Unbelievable.
Cookie Monster, meantime, is weighing in on the economy.
Yeah, his thoughts posted on social media. They're short and sweet. He hates shrinkflation, and he hates the cookies are getting smaller. Hey, I do too. You can see his solution is simple, though. He's just got to eat double the amount of cookies. The Economist responded to him by posting a chart showing cookie prices are up nearly 30% since the pandemic. I mean, are you kidding me? But Cookie Monster, speaking for America.
I don't need to be eating cookies anymore.
So maybe this inflation's good for us.
Make them smaller.
Yeah, make them smaller. Okay. Let's talk about a couple in Arizona. They got a slithering surprise when they hopped in the car.
Imagine finding this guy waiting for you in the back seat. Yes, that is a rattler.
Oh, my goodness.
It didn't give any warning either that it was back there. No hiss, no rattle, no nothing. Apparently, the boyfriend just happened to look behind him, saw the tongue flicking out there. He told his girlfriend to get out of the car immediately.
First a laugh and then panic, and I lost my mind. And so I freeze up because I'm like, when I get scared, I freeze.
Totally giving out Miley Cyrus vibes.
Absolutely,
there.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, as soon as I heard her voice, I was like, oh. The couple called 911 for help, but the dispatcher said this wasn't a life-threatening situation, so they couldn't send anyone. They eventually used a broken tree branch to fling. Can you imagine getting a branch and you're just like, fling the snake out of the car. No word yet on how the rattlesnake got in there in the first place.
This is crazy. And think about had that rattlesnake been underneath clothes. You know what I mean?
If you didn't see it.
Oh, my God. There's a part of that story, too, that it had been 2 weeks, potentially, that snake was in that car.
I can't believe that. But, snakes go a long time, right, without eating.
Right.
So then it's hungry.
Right.
It's looking at your big toe.
No, big toe. Right, yeah, because where's it going? It's not going to go slither up onto the front seat. It's going to go down below while you're driving. Imagine driving. We can't get a camera on my feet. And all of a sudden there's a snake right there.
I don't want to imagine it.
Oh.
This is why we live here in the Northeast.
Right. We stay here.
We
That's
don't
it.
have we don't have rattlesnakes that are curious.
We do garden snakes, and that's it.
We do gardens. Well, I mean, I wouldn't want any snake in my car, but still. A new study is out that will make Phillies fans want to throw their buy one, get one hot dog.
That's because it ranked Yankee Stadium the most Instagrammable sporting arena in the United States. The experts at onlinecasinos.com ranked every sports stadium in America based on the number of Instagram posts featuring each arena's hashtag. Yankee Stadium took the top spot with more than 658,000 posts. It was followed by Dodger Stadium, Wrigley Field, Soldier Field in Chicago, Fenway Park, and Petco Park in San Diego. Citizens Bank Park, not on the list.
Which is ridiculous.
But maybe it's because, like, you know, when you hashtag, you don't hashtag Citizens Bank Park, you hashtag the bank. Or bank or something like that, right? Maybe there's some disparity.
We don't have one hashtag like you would do Fenway. Like I feel like that would be like
makes sense.
But we do not have one universal hashtag, and I feel like that's the reason we didn't make whatever that top 10 list was.
If it was Veteran Stadium, the vet would have absolutely been Instagrammable.
So maybe we need to just do a. I don't know. Just everybody do the bank.
Come together as a city. Yeah, right.
Yeah, like let's pick a hashtag, Philly. We've got our own ranking, and the bank is.
Number one in our hearts.
Number one for us.
Yeah.
And, you know, we dug back through the archives. We've done a lot of shows there. We've done live
home
shows.
Phillies, right?
Yeah.
Every single home opener just about. We every year for the past, 8 or 9 years, we've hosted the tree lighting ceremony in front of the ballpark, which is always a blast.
Then we had Weather Education Day in there.
Right.
You saw Lucy Bustamante and her family, us in the dugout. So, like, there's so many.
A lot of fun.
So many times, so many memories there at Citizens Bank Park.
And that's stuff outside of the games that we've attended. You know, that's what's so cool about that.
Yeah.
It's like so many memories in that ballpark.
And more to come.
Yes.
More to come.
Yeah.
All right. Your number one bank. That does it for today's edition of The Lineup.
For Erin Coleman, I'm Keith Jones. Remember, you can get NBC 10 News updates right here on the NBC 10 app and catch us weekday mornings from 4 to 7 a.m. Have a great day.
See you guys.